Hello, this is Maribel Medina, and in this video I'm going to show you about color coding in Roots Magic 9. I hope you enjoy it. So I'm using the Abraham Lincoln's database that we're using in our class to show you quickly how to, a way in which you can use this tool. Let's say we want to color code the ancestor lines of the grandparents of Abraham Lincoln. And let's say we want to imitate the colors used on family search on the fan chart. Here is a small fan tree from one of the horizons on my family tree, just to remind you what the fan chart looks like and what the colors that you use on family search. So we have the paternal grandparents in blue, the paternal grandmother and her ancestors in green, the maternal grandfather in red, and then the maternal grandmother in yellow. So let's say I want to reflect the same type of color coding on my database on Roots Magic. So I'll go back to my Roots Magic and I'm going to select the grandparents of Abraham because I'm going to use him as my home person. So I'm going to select the paternal grandfather, and he's going to be, him and his ancestors will be blue. So I right click on it and select color coding, and it will pop up this menu where I'm going to select the rules for the color code set that I'm going to apply. So this is the first set that I'm gonna design. I can design up to 10 different sets by selecting this right here, and I'm going to give it a name for my set. This will be ancestral lines, and those in blue, here is the blue down here, will be paternal grandfather. And I'm going to tell it that apply the blue label to all the ancestors of the current person that I selected. And remember that I just selected Abraham Lincoln's grandfather. And then I'm going to apply the highlighted color to the people selected above. So I'm just going to click here. And now I have all the ancestors that come from Abraham Lincoln's paternal grandfather are now in blue. And if I put my mouse on top of the label, it reminds me that I'm looking at my ancestral lines color code set, and that the blue means that they are from the paternal grandfather. I'm going to go now with Rebecca. I'll select her and I'm going to do a right click on her and then color coding. And for her, I'm going to do green. And I want to make sure I'm using the same color set, because remember, I could have set different sets or rules for my color coding. I'm still using the ancestral lines, and actually I need to fix the name because I did not spell ancestral correctly. Okay, and then I'm gonna go with ring, and this will be the paternal grandmother, and I'm gonna tell the computer to apply this color code to all the ancestors of the current person, and then I apply the highlighted color, the green one, to the people I selected above. Click there, and now Rebecca and her parents are green. And once again, if I put my mouse on the little color bar, it will tell me that I'm looking at the ancestor lines, and this person belongs to the paternal grandmother. Okay, I'm just gonna quickly do the other two lines. Look at that. But the steps are the same. That is so beautiful. I'm so proud of myself. I learned how to do this because now it looks like my fan chart. So if I am looking at the people in my database, you can see that my color coding labels are start to appear. So there is a lot of people that I did not select it because I started the rules from Ezekiel and backwards. But there is a lot of descendants of Ezekiel that are not color coded, right? So when I look at all the people in my database down here, there's a lot of people that are not color coded, but that's okay. Remember, we use Abraham Lincoln as my home person. So this is the video that I watched where I learned all this cool stuff. I don't want to make my video super long, but I just want to give you a hint of the things that you could learn as well. The title of the video is Enhanced Color Coding Features in Roots Magic 9. This is what it looks like. So you're probably wondering, how might this be useful? Well, if you're a visual person like me, you may want to be able to label groups of people depending on a particular criteria that you design. If we go back to our project or example, I'm categorizing all these ancestors by their ancestral line, but I could have done the same for gender or on an unknown gender. That way I'll know if I need to do more research on particular groups of people whose gender I still have not been completely identified. I could also put labels depending on the places where my ancestors lived, or the ones that were born in the 1800s, or the ones that were born in the 1900s, or the countries where they're from. There are many different ways that you can tell the computer to filter your ancestors and apply a color code on them. So I'm only showing you the basic ways on how to use this label, but if you watch the tutorial on YouTube, I'm gonna put it again. If you watch this tutorial, it will show you many other ways in which you can use this feature, which is really nice. It's really cool. And like I said, you can have up to 10 different color coding sets or rules. Maybe you have one for your ancestral lines, maybe you have another one for the gender, maybe you have another one for the place of birth, or maybe the chapel where the people were born, married, and baptized, and things like that. I think this is very useful. I'm very excited to teach others how to use this feature and how to apply it myself in my own research. And I hope you liked it. See you the next time.